Huawei has been repeatedly accused of being owned or funded by the Chinese government.
Huawei has been repeatedly accused of being owned or funded by the Chinese government. Yeah, that is unfathomable, one would think that. So stupid. An average Joe thinking a Chinese corporate giant is owned or funded by the CCP? It's the concept of it is freaking mind-blowing, right? The people are not convinced. The ad failed miserably, at least judging by the audience's reaction on YouTube. Just look at this ironic landscape. This is the nightmare ratio, where you have 5 or so dislikes for every single like. This is the rewind time for Huawei.
Yeah, it's rewind time.
Here are the facts. Huawei is employee-owned. 96,000 current and former staff own 100% of the company. That leaves exactly 0% in the hands of the Chinese government. Of course, ownership is only one way to fund a company. Let's look at the other ways.
Oh yeah, let's take a look at other ways of salvation from the pain of skepticism.
Cash gifts. Yes, Huawei does get some government subsidies for doing R&D. From 2009 to 2018, that money amounted to 0.3% of Huawei's sales. Without the decimal, it's 0%.
Gosh, now this one, it has something to it. Cracks me up without fail. Without the decimal, we are 3%, 0%. In fact, without the stupid vowels E and I, we are wow. And then there's this other stuff related to tax cuts and bank loans and export credits and whatnot. I mean, you guys could certainly watch the ad yourself. It sits comfortably on the top of the description below.
What you just heard isn't made up.
Yeah, now here's the $1 million statement. This is the entire truth, basically. We are not lying. No one's allowed in our private matters, not even the government.
Since the year 2000, our financial figures have been audited annually by KPMG, one of the world's most respected accounting firms. And recently, we also had a finance professor from Columbia Business School in New York produce an expert opinion of our sources of funding for an official filing with the U.S. Federal Communications Commission.
And recently, we also had a finance professor from Columbia Business School in New York produce an expert opinion of our sources of funding.
Next time you hear someone claim that Huawei is state-funded, check the facts behind the allegations. There might not be any.
Yeah, next time you hear someone say that, say bitch. Now, on a serious note, guys, Huawei has been for quite some time now going out on a limb to present itself as transparent and trustworthy. But things haven't quite worked out. It's been on a standoff with the US government over whether it should be allowed to build mobile networks around the globe. You know, the trust issues, owing to the susceptibility of data to the Chinese intelligence gathering efforts, which are quite infamous by now. Oh, and its flagship has long been held by this anomaly now. It is more or less clear that the Chinese government exerts some control over the country's private businesses, in more ways than one, often unofficially. Huawei has taken the pain to say it more than once that, hold up, we've got nothing to do with Beijing, but you see, the company isn't publicly listed. And this results in an absence of independent scrutiny, which means you and I could only put our trust in what Huawei says. And as Moran of the comments said, one thing I've learned from various controversies over the years is that the last place you will ever get the truth is from the subject of the controversy.
And if you want to learn more about who we are,